Welcome to the ballpark. Welcome to the Triple Take. I'm Manny.
I'm Frank.
Joseph.
And today we're joined by a very special guest.
Very.
My cousin, Bryan.
Yo, what's up?
He is a Twitch streamer. We're going to shout him out right now. SSJKillerBee on Twitch. You can see him play
Bloodborne, Fortnite, Black Ops, Resident Evil.
Yes, sir. You can see him run away scared.
I play it
You
all.
can see him run away scared. It's funny.
It
is pretty funny.
It's not
I'm
fun for
gonna
me.
lie.
But it's fun for you. Watch it.
So today we're going to be diving in to the 2024 MLB season. This is our first ever, boys, sports edition of the Triple Take.
R.I.P. to Joseph.
Yes.
Oh yeah, definitely my realm of expertise.
This is your moment. This is your area to shine.
To die.
It's okay. That's dark.
Put him in a coffin.
And we're going to start off with the 2024 World Series. And, Bryan being our guest, being the Yankee fan fanatic that he is,
Oh, boy.
gets to start us off with his thoughts on the 2024 World Series. Go ahead, Bryan.
So I got the baseball fan view. I have the Yankee fan view.
Hit me with the Yankee fan view first.
The Yankees suck.
I was not expecting him to say that. I thought he was going to say something good.
No. Watching it as a Yankee fan was terrible.
Oh, my God.
It was so bad. Like
Game 4 was good.
I wish we had a video for that.
They scored 11 runs on all of the Dodgers minor league pitchers.
Did he put their minor league pitchers?
But it was like their high leverage guy. It wasn't their go bullpen.
Yeah, it was their game.
It was their bullpen game.
Yep.
I ain't going to lie. I stopped watching after the game, too.
I don't blame you. It wasn't much better after that, so you didn't miss much.
Because if there's anything I know about the Yankees, when they're behind, they stay behind.
Well, it's like, bro,
I can confirm. At least I know that.
they don't know fundamentals. Like, they lost the game through bad managing and fundamentals. Why are you going to put in Nestor Cortez, a guy who has not pitched in over a month, against the three best hitters in the lineup? This man threw Freddie Freeman a 92-mile-per-hour meatball in his wheelhouse. What did you think was going to happen?
I was like, bro, he threw that. I was like, damn, he likes those.
And they walked Mookie Betts before him. Mookie Betts is 0 for 5 against Nestor.
It's really hard.
Oh, boy.
It's really hard because now you're gonna see. I'll throw it to me. A Mets fan's perspective, and as a Mets fan, I wanted the Yankees to win. Now some people may be like, "You're a Mets fan. No, we shouldn't like the Yankees." I don't like the Dodgers anymore. Not because they eliminated us. I just don't like the Dodgers because they are stacked.
They're the new Yankees.
They're the new Yankees. You got 3 Hall of Famers, first ballot Hall of Famers, even before that World Series win, as the first 3 in your order. Then you got nothing but all-stars towards the bottom of the order with Muncy, Will Smith, Tommy Edman. Like what? Like it's just not fair. So when they beat the Mets in the NLCS, it wasn't that the Mets didn't live up to the moment. It was the fact that the Dodgers just outclassed them. And that's what happened to the Yankees, but it happened to the Yankees in an embarrassing fashion. And I'll be honest, as a Mets fan, I felt embarrassed for Yankee fans.
Bro, I don't even really consider myself a Yankee fan anymore because it just disappointed me for so long. I'm just like, bro, like, I just like baseball. Because it's just like, because I see them constantly always make decisions that don't make any sense.
It never does.
It never makes any sense.
It starts with Aaron Boone. That man, I don't know how he survived with the job for so long. It just doesn't make any sense. Like, go ahead, Bryan. You're fighting back tears over here.
I've been waiting to talk about this
Hit him, bro.
today.
Go ahead, bro.
Because it took me like a whole week literally today to like process everything that just happened. Oh man,
you and me both.
You don't know that thing.
like bro, they lost by the same things that if you watch them all year, you like. These are the little things that you do in the game that is like make or break. They lost by errors and bad managing. When he put in Esther, I was like, "There's no way, bro, they keep this man after this season." And then Brian Cashman comes on like yesterday, and he's like, "Oh, we really support Aaron Boone's decisions, and we thought he did everything the right way." I'm like, their head is so far up their own butt.
There you go. There you go. You know what he wanted to say.
Think
What a workaround.
thing is, they think they're the Yankees of old, and they that's what they sell you, right?
Exactly, bro.
Yep.
That's what they sell you. Like it's World Series or bust. That's what they're selling. But then when they lose, they're like, "We think this was a good season." Like you can't have it both ways. It needs to be. You need to put like the product that you're selling. You need to put that on the field. You can't just be like, yeah, World Series or bust. We're the Yankees. We have it doesn't matter, blah, blah. And then when you lose in the playoffs, yeah, we was a successful season. I think we did really well. I'm like, no, you can't do that.
No, there's a line, and here's the thing. I feel bad for Juan Soto. I feel bad for Giancarlo Stanton. I feel bad for both
Especially
of those.
Giancarlo, bro.
I feel bad for both of those people because I was about to feel bad for Volpe. Then Volpe made that error. That fundamental, like you said, fundamental baseball, and he messed. He had the great play. It was the great idea. The only thing is, you gotta make the throw. Don't blame that on Jazz. Jazz, that he was there. He was ready. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel bad for Soto and Stanton because Stanton was the MVP. He was the MVP for the Yankees, which is not supposed to happen. He's not supposed to be the MVP. The MVP of that team is supposed to be the captain, Aaron Judge.
Or at least Juan Soto, or at least.
Not even Juan Soto. It's supposed to be Aaron Judge because Aaron Judge this year got the captain. He got the captain.
Oh, from the regular season?
Like
the performance?
Aaron Judge performed insanely disappointing. Insanely disappointing.
Bro, he literally was the difference.
If it wasn't for a couple of home runs that he had in the ALCS and then the World Series, this man would have been batting under 100.
Yeah, it was bad.
It was really bad.
Bro, he was
and then on top of
I'm
that,
telling you.
not only did he perform horrible, he is the cause of them losing the World Series winning game. He's the cause of it.
The last game, yeah.
Yeah, because that missed
He
little
started it.
That little league pop up that he should have caught. Literally, all he has to do is catch it, and we're going to LA.
He hasn't missed. I think he hasn't made like an error in the outfield in like 350 something games. When you make your first one in the,
World
elimination game for you in the World Series,
In the World
and
Series.
you see it if you look at the replay. He took he's looking at the runner. He's trying to double him up.
Oh, yeah,
bro.
like the picture, right?
Yeah, like when you see it, the ball's about to hit his glove, he's looking that way.
Yeah, he's not looking.
He's looking at first base. I'm like, bro, catch the ball. And then Volpe with that play at third, like it was. If you would have made the play, it would have been great. It's a 5-0 lead at that point. Get the out.
You just need an out.
Yeah, get an out.
Yeah.
The thing is with baseball, like things like that, they snowball. So I understand what Manny's saying, like, oh, it was Aaron Judge that like caused it, and like you could really say that, and like of course, like everybody else after that.
Oh, of course, because then after that, Garrett Cole didn't help himself by not covering first.
Exactly.
Anthony Rizzo, never in his career. You could look when he was with the Cubs. Never once has he gone on the initiative to go to first base after getting a ground ball. So then Garrett Cole decided, you know what, I'm gonna make this worse and not cover first. And they get mad at Rizzo. You're not gonna get mad at Rizzo. It's your fault,
bro. It's because like
I think
emotions are flying. Like it's just like you're just looking for somebody to blame, and it's definitely not gonna be yourself. But it's just like, the things like Bryan said this like there's fundamental mistakes that they've been making already. It's like the one thing I remember is Game 1. They should have won that game, cause you got I think it was Juan Soto. Was it Juan Soto that played it off the wall to throw to second base? And then I forgot, was it Volpe on second base? that missed it, or who was it on second?
Glaber.
It was Glaber on second base, and he missed because just like when Aaron Judge was looking at the runner and he wasn't looking at the ball, he was already looking to see where Shohei Ohtani was. Completely missed the ball, went all the way over there, and Shohei got third, and then they were able to get a sac fly to tie the game. If that doesn't happen, Shohei does not make it to home, and they win the first game.
And game one in any playoff
Especially
any
against
sport,
the Dodgers.
in any sport that has like series, game one is the most critical game. You want to win that game.
And bro, and like I don't know if you guys noticed this, but like even before, like you said that Rizzo wasn't covering first base. In the games before that, you could see that disconnect of communication between first base and pitcher. Like you got nobody cutting off in the middle, you got nobody covering first base. Like it didn't like reflect well in those games because there was no plays there. But if you look back on the replays and like in the games, you see Rizzo running back and forth. You see the pitcher going back and forth. They don't know what's going on. Like the infield is just like all over the place, and that goes to show you like the chemistry that they're lacking.
Yeah.
Like and it really like and then the question that arises in my head, I'm just like, you got these people missing these fundamental plays. What do they do in practice?
No, nothing. Nothing.
I'm just like, bro, like these are just like these aren't even like, oh, like that was a hard play. It's just like, bro, like this is like normal, like little leaguers, like this is something you learn in the beginning.
Yeah.
This is fundamental baseball. Like how you messing up fundamental baseball
And to that note, it's
consistently.
The Yankees run was expected. You guys were World Series favorites going into the season. So my thing is, if you go out in a different fashion, we ain't having this conversation right now. We're saying that you guys fought hard and all that stuff. It's the way you went out. That's what kills me. Is the fact that and I'm as a Mets fan, we put our heart into every single game we played against the Dodgers. And New York, we stood up, we tried our best out there. We got blown out certain games, but it wasn't for a lack of trying. It wasn't for we gave up. Like we did our fundamentals, we did what we had to do. It was the fact that the way the Yankees went out is just, to be honest, to sum it all up, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing, and it was super frustrating as a Mets fan watching that.
I have a question. So if the Yankees are missing out on like fundamentals and managing, how the heck did they make it so far?
So
boy.
okay, so
How do you make it so far?
Actually,
if
let
you're
the Yankee fan go ahead.
how do you make it so far if what I'm understanding
good
as a
question.
non-baseball person, it just sounds like you BS'd your way to that point.
That's a good question.
And if you're gonna fumble the bag at the very end, then what's the point?
Quavo.
This goes back to them being up their own butt. They think there's
Okay, but that's about the Yankees. How did they make it to the World Series? If it was BS on the
He's saying how do you get there?
how does trash end up at the end? Not to say that they're trash, but you know what I mean?
You just made a lot of enemies right there.
That's fine. I don't care.
Yankees are fans wouldn't disagree.
how they specifically made it.
Yeah.
The American League is weak.
Oh, I agree 100%. That's the right answer.
Weak.
Because
That's the
because
politically
get
correct
this,
answer.
get this. I believe, and this is just me. I believe out of all the teams that made it in the postseason, in the national side and the National League side, I believe most of them would have beaten the Yankees in the World Series.
I think whoever would have made it to the World Series from National League would have
the
beat
Braves.
the
I don't
Yankees.
think would have beaten them. And
Think the Mets would have?
I think the Mets would
I
have
think the
smoked
Mets
them.
would have. I was scared to face anybody that won.
Padres?
I was hoping the Brewers won. I'm like, that's probably our best chance.
The Brewers is the best chance because the Mets would have beaten them. The Padres would have beaten them. The Dodgers. I don't think the Braves would have. The Phillies would have definitely won.
And then this is just like looking at the teams. Like obviously baseball is unpredictable, but looking at the team comps and the way they perform, I have to agree with all that.
You could say the Yankees had the easier path to the World Series than in comparison to the Dodgers because the Dodgers had to get through the Padres, then had to get through
All good teams, by the way.
yeah, had to get through the Mets and had and just ended up facing the Yankees at the worst possible time that the Yankees could have.
As a gamer, me comprehending this, so the Dodgers had to get an actual challenge each way to their point, and the Yankees kind of breezed their way through it.
Yes.
Kind of, yeah.
in the playoffs.
in the playoffs.
Because-
not the regular season.
Because summing it all up, the Yankees were the best team in the American League. So they
which is not a hard thing to do.
first round, they get a bye. So they got to see they basically got a rest, and then they fought the winner of the Royals and the Orioles.
And the Royals won, right?
And the Royals won. Now, if you're looking at it on paper, the Royals were like not a good match against the Yankees.
Nah, never. They never are.
So, and statistically, the Yankees were just better.
Yeah, statistically, though, the Yankees usually beat the Royals.
And then the
that's
following round,
Yeah, okay.
they
I'll make
faced
sure.
the Cleveland Guardians, and then the Guardians are known for not being as good as the Yankees again, and have never beaten the Yankees in
Another
a
team.
postseason series.
So,
On top of
so they
that-
basically just got wide open layups the whole way through. That's basically what they got.
That's crazy. I understood that.
Yeah, I know.
You
He knows some sport references.
Okay. So then, this is more of like a Bryan question.
Okay.
So, speaking of things like up the butt, so you mean like the Yankees' pride's like they're up their own butt, or is it also the fans?
Another good question.
No, I think it's lately more of them. I don't think the fans, at least what I like.
Because I know some teams, like if you're a fan, like some people, aside from being a fan, they turn into a fanatic. It's like, yeah, no, this
like,
is it.
they
This
can-
is
they
it.
can do no wrong
This
type
is
of
the
thing?
team. I don't care. They're doing bad. That's still my team.
I mean, you're gonna have that. Like that's still my team, but I acknowledge when they make mistakes. There's
Oh,
people
okay. So
who,
you're humble.
There's
Okay.
people who are like, no, like I'm like, bro, the Yankees lost because of them. Like, don't get me wrong, the Dodgers team is crazy. Yeah, for sure. But it would have they gave away 2 games with their own mistakes. So it would have been a good series. I didn't think they were gonna come back, but I'm like, at least make it like interesting.
I didn't want them to lose in New York. That was my goal.
'Cause-
Because they
bro.
did the one they had already stopped them from getting swept in New York. I just wanted them to push it back to LA and have them win in LA. Don't let them win in New York because
Oh, that's so much worse.
because the Mets, it was the same thing. I didn't want them the Dodgers to win in New York, and then the Mets pushed it back to LA, and then that's when we lost.
Because while it was happening, Manny was telling me they're not gonna lose in New York. I'm like, bro, I know the Yankees. They're 100% gonna lose. I may not claim them as my team anymore, really, but like somewhere in my heart, I still love them, bro. But I just can't.
It was tough to watch.
It was very tough
It
to
was
watch.
tough to watch. 5 unearned runs. That's a crazy stat.
I feel bad
a
for our
World-
pitchers, bro, because they actually went crazy,
Bro,
bro.
Garrett Cole entered that inning with 51 pitches. He left with like 85.
Bro, and our
He
pitchers
was
are
on
doing
track
so
to go like
good.
8 innings.
But I can't
We're doing so
say
good, too,
completely
bro.
it isn't his fault
Besides
because
Nestor,
he
I'm sorry,
didn't.
Nestor.
If he covers first, he's out of that inning.
It wasn't your
I
fault,
think
though.
it's both. Regardless, both of them should have made an effort. You need
Yeah,
it's the
that's
World
true.
Series, bro.
That's true.
That's the last.
You can't expect the other person to just do it. Yeah,
But
just
like
do it.
you can see, like Rizzo. I know y'all seen that picture where Rizzo's fielding the ball. Mookie Betts is not even halfway down the line yet.
Yeah.
Like if you look up and you see, like, bro, dive to the bag. I don't care. It's the World Series. You're about to lose.
Bro, that's what I'm saying, bro. I don't know what it is with the Yankees, bro, but whenever they're down, they just seem like they give up, bro. Like, am I bugging?
No,
Bro,
that's
like-
what it feels like.
Bro, every time they're behind, like, bro, even if they're down one game, it feels like they're already lost already. Like, the way they play, they're not trying. They're not, like, they do things like that where, like, but, like, you see other teams, like, they're diving for the ball, like, trying to make a play, doing these crazy plays, but you don't see the Yankees doing that ever, when they're down at least. Or ever, because, like, even when they're up, they don't want to do it.
But
They don't like playing, bro.
let's shy away. Let's shy away from the bad side in New York. Let's go to the good side.
Where?
To the Mets. The
Oh,
biggest
yeah.
the biggest story of 2024.
I have to agree. I used to be going against Manny on things like
Look,
this, but I
this
have
is
to agree.
my
I have to agree.
this is my segment. You will sit here, you will listen
Shut up.
about the New York Mets
Yeah,
of
okay.
2024.
Okay.
What are you saying?
You will sit here and you will listen because we started this season 0-5. I was one of those people that said this team sucks. This team is terrible.
Well, people was hating, bro.
We're
People
gonna
was
end up
hating.
at the bottom of the barrel, and then we were 11 games out of even being close to the postseason. Then some schmuck named Jorge Lopez, this mother flower decides
This Mayflower.
to get mad over a game, get ejected, throw his glove into the stands, and then call the Mets the worst team in the whole bleeping MLB. Ooh.
Even Manny could barely hold himself back. Nice.
All right. And then all of a sudden, it seemed like the light came upon the Mets, and they were carried all the way by Jose Iglesias, OMG. The song, it's a fire song if you haven't listened to it.
Manny, when that song came out, Manny was listening to it every day on
You're going
repeat,
to tell me it's not a banger? Come on.
On repeat,
You're going to tell me it's not a banger? Brian,
But
is
on
it a banger?
repeat, though?
I've never listened to the song before.
Bro, oh my God.
I
bro.
just heard that part.
It's better than what you would expect.
It's a lot better. The remix is not. Don't listen to the remix.
There's a
Pitbull? What do you mean, bro?
There's a
Mr.
re-
305, Mr. Worldwide?
It's horrible.
Crazy.
They've ruined the song.
Pitbull?
They ruined the
Didn't
song.
know that.
And then
It still exists?
the first pitch being thrown out by Grimace. Grimace takes over New York. And then
Grimace shake.
Haley Welch. Do you guys know? The
Hawk
Hawk
The Hawk Tua girl, yeah.
Bro, our win.
Which is wild.
We had the best record in baseball after those two threw the first pitch in the Mets game. Those two, Grimace and the Hawk Tua girl.
Yeah, 2024 is that girl's year.
Oh, 100%.
100
Honestly,
million
I
percent.
Didn't follow, so I wouldn't know.
Well,
Hawk
either
Tua.
way.
Hawk Tua, Frank.
I mean, yeah.
either way.
Spit on that thing.
Not only
Whoa.
that. That's crazy.
Whoa, bro.
That's crazy statements.
Pause.
That's what she's known for.
So not only that, we have
Allegedly.
one of the Mets had easily the best moment in 2024. I can't stand you.
This man said allegedly.
I know more about her than baseball.
Oh my goodness. Y'all making me cry.
We had the best moment in 2024 with Francisco Lindor's 2-run homer to send the Mets to the wild card. Then the best moment in the playoffs.
MLB history?
In the Mets history. When Pete Alonso hit the 3-run homer in the bottom of the ninth. I mean, no, at the top of the ninth with 2 outs to send us to the NLDS. Then we whooped Philadelphia. Screw all you Philadelphia Philly fans that said it was Red October. Screw you guys.
I mean, I guess that's the difference between the polar bear and the judge, right?
All I want to say is I like the Phillies.
All right, we're kicking them off the podcast.
I like their sandwiches.
Granted,
Philly cheesesteak.
it stopped. The Cinderella story stopped against the Dodgers, who went on to win the World Series.
Expected.
But as a Mets fan, I got to say this is an all-time, in my 24 years of living, all-time Mets season. This was better than when they went to the World Series, to be honest, in 2015.
The run, yeah.
This run will go down in history, and as a Mets fan, I appreciate everything the Mets did, and I hope that they build off of it. Don't go backwards.
Yeah.
Don't go backwards. Like next season, I'm not expecting you to make the NLCS, but make the postseason, be first in the NL East. I'm being realistic here.
Now that you're
Grand
saying
wishes.
that, how many times have you worn that shirt since you got it?
So the shirt he's referring to is the Mets shirt when they beat the Philadelphia Phillies. Screw you, Red October. After we beat them, they wore this on the field, and I've wore this shirt about like a good 6-7 times. Even after the season's over, I don't care. I'm a diehard Mets fan.
So Die Hard is not even the beginning.
Just 7?
It's generational Mets fan.
About like 6-7 times because I got the October Ready one. I got that one too.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
For the amazing price of $100. Both of these shirts combined for $100.
Oh, I thought that each. I was like, hey, yo.
No.
I was at that point. You just buy his jersey.
Yeah, for real. Honestly,
Get
bro.
another video game. Why would you spend so much on a shirt?
Of course you would say that.
But honestly, from non-Mets fans, what did you think about the Mets?
I thought it was great. One thing I don't understand is how you said earlier, like if you're Mets, people will get mad if you root for the Yankees or vice versa.
Yeah, I don't understand that either.
Listen, if my team's not in it, I'm going for the city. It's for New York. I don't care about
Facts.
any other. I don't care about any other team. and there's no other no. If we're both out, then there's a lot of other teams that I like, but Mets, Yankees, that's it. But the Mets this season had so many storylines that was just like, is this real? I'm like looking at this, I'm like, is this real? And they just kept going. Lindor.
Don't worry, we're gonna get into it. Let's save it. I know what you're gonna say. Save it.
That's for the.
That's for in about like a good 10 minutes.
Hold that thought. For me, bro, I'm just like I feel like the Mets is literally like the opposite younger brother of the Yankees.
No, we're the little bro, and
not in a bad way though.
That.
Like
it's not in a bad way because I'm sorry, and I'm not shooting at the Yankees, but 27 world championships. Like your grandmother wasn't even born when they were winning most of them. So you could hold it.
That's what makes me mad.
Like you could hold that. Like you know what I'm saying. But we know we're the little bro because
me and Bryan had to hold on to the Derek Jeter, Mark Teixeira, A-Rod era, bro.
I like that era.
No,
I'm not
facts.
gonna lie.
Facts.
Even though I don't like Derek Jeter or A-Rod, but
looking at that 2009 lineup, I was like, and then looking at what we have recently, I'm like,
ain't no way this is the old Yankees. Y'all capping.
Robinson Cano was batting 7th.
Yep.
And that was when he was a monster.
Like what?
But the way I look at it, like they're the little brother, but not in a bad way. Like more like the Yankees are the pessimistic older brother, and the Mets are like the optimistic younger one. Like when the Mets are used to being behind, and they usually show out.
Yep.
Like there's so many seasons where they start behind and then they actually end up doing decent at the end. Like at least not that many teams can do that. Probably like one of the few that can. That just goes to show like how like they're grit and they're like the way they like to push through things. Like how many players have y'all had that like people say, oh, he's trash, this, that, and then they end up having one of the better seasons they've ever had.
Mark Vientos is the greatest example of that because
that's what I'm saying.
He's been in the MLB roster for about like 3 years now, give or take 3 years. Now I don't care what anybody says. He was the MVP of the Mets in the postseason. Mark Vientos was the MVP. It was not Lindor. It was not Alonso. It was Mark Vientos. Because that man, every time he went up, it was scary. It was scary for the other team because this man like had a presence about him in the postseason, which I don't know what he came up with. He just said, and I quote this, he said that he just stopped giving up bleep.
Yeah, that's what you gotta do.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Go in there and do what you do, bro. Like either you do it or you don't. There's nothing in between.
And then all of a sudden he started. He had a breakout season. That's
bro,
literally what he said.
Bro, that's what makes a good like batter. That's why Juan Soto is so good at batting. When he goes up there, he's not worried about I'm gonna strike out, this or that. He just goes up there, does what he does, and that's it, and then just leaves.
That's honestly why I think Aaron Judge failed in the postseason.
Bro,
I think he gets into his own head.
Bro, Bryan will agree with me with this. Like, you can literally see the difference. You can literally see the difference between his batting stance when he's in the regular season and in the postseason. Postseason, he's very, like, his muscles are very contracted and, like, his batting stance is a lot higher. He's a lot more stiff. Whereas, like, when he's in the regular season, he's hitting all those jacks and home runs. This man's looser, lower, and, like, his knees are bent, more ready, and that's when he gets a bat quicker to the ball. Whereas when you see him in the postseason, he's late on, like, everything. Late, missing, like that man's not even close, swinging at everything. He's so worried about I need to do good that he just doesn't do anything. But this man's built like a truck. Just touch it. It's going to go. You don't need to swing hard, my guy. They're throwing like 98.
But, I mean,
man, it just sucks.
Like I said, to sum it all up, for the biggest story in 2024, it is the Mets, but the Mets don't regress.
Please.
You just build off of this. Don't go backwards. Steven. That's all I care about as a Mets fan. Don't go backwards. Please make the postseason this year. Make a good run. If you go down fighting. If you don't go down and you win the World Series, trust me, I will be here on the triple take, ready to. Oh my God, I'm bragging for like a year. It's over. I'm getting the World Series right.
I'll let him have it.
But
they deserve it.
I mean, to be real. From what I'm understanding about these up their butt people,
bro,
the Yankees wish they were the Mets right now.
100% they would have won the World Series.
Trust me, the Mets are happy they're not the Yankees.
If the Mets had the Yankees talent, because being honest, the Yankees are more talented.
Heck yeah, without a doubt.
then the Yankees would have won the World Series. Like if they just had a little bit of the Mets like motivation.
Well,
you know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
but I mean, like, I feel like
had
their
that-
motivation.
That thing, bro. They just had it. They had what the Yankees didn't have.
But I say this all the time. It's like I look at it like a business sometimes. Like and then like baseball is a business. Like the Yankees, it's like when you go to look for a job, like okay, cool, like my coworkers are awesome.
Yep.
You know, we're gonna do a good job. But if the culture's bad, they're not. They're stuck in their old ways. Even though, like, if a company doesn't advance with the times, they're gonna get left behind. And that's literally what the Yankees are.
Yep.
They don't want to go with the times. They still make you cut your hair and shave your beard. Like, bro, who cares? I don't even know who's who.
You want to know something? A small little tidbit that just shows how bad they are at running the organization.
Yeah, tell me, teach me, enlighten me.
You remember when they had Isaiah Kiner-Falefa
Yup.
on the
Yes.
team?
Yup.
And he was playing shortstop.
Yup.
He came to the Yankees like coaching staff was like, hey, I feel like I need to work on my defense because he was bad. If someone is telling you that they want to improve and you're like, no, it's okay. Like, what?
And the fact that they're actually doing bad.
What?
Yeah.
And then they defend all the bad stuff they do so poorly. I'm like, there's numbers and like we're not blind. We're watching the games.
But that's like
Like, don't gaslight me.
okay.
How
How I'm
bad
like
boyfriend.
understanding it, like the Yankees, at least whatever leadership they have, is like attached to their glory days. I'm assuming, and
Yes.
they're not letting that go.
Yeah,
Yes.
you
And
hit the
that's-
nail on the
and
head
that-
there,
and
brother.
that's how some of the fans are. They
Very
live
true
in the
as well.
They live in the glory days that they weren't even born from.
More people like me and Bryan, we see the light though.
Yeah, I don't like
We're realistic.
I don't like when people be like 27 rings. I'm like, dude, we haven't been to the World Series in 15 years. We haven't won in 15. I don't care how many rings we have. In my lifetime, in 2009, I was like a freshman. Like, I was not invested into like baseball. Like, I was playing baseball, so I'm not watching a lot of baseball.
Yep.
Now, like, this is all I do. This is all I care about, really. So, it's like, it's just, it's so frustrating.
It's just poor. It's just poor. But moving on to other stories of 2024, I'm just saying my favorite pitcher outside of like the Mets, my boy Paul Skinny Jeans, coming on the
boy.
scene.
Oh my goodness.
Frank thinks he's an MLB. What is it called?
I call him an MLB industry plant.
He's an industry plant. This man, just
Yo.
let me read this out to you. This man was 11 wins. Remember, he's on the Pittsburgh Pirates. Pittsburgh Pirates. I'm gonna repeat that again. Not a good team.
They're
They
bad.
did terrible. Didn't they do like the worst?
No,
BP.
no.
Wait, who was it then?
The Chicago White Sox.
Oh, it was the White Sox. Okay, yeah.
Okay,
They broke the record.
So
I confused the teams.
Paul Skeens, 11 wins, 3 losses, 1.96 ERA. And he was in the top 10 in strikeouts, and he wasn't even in like the entire season. He came in like midway. Not only that, he was the first player named to an all-star team in a season after being drafted. He's also the first rookie pitcher to start an all-star game since 1995. And he's the first Pirates pitcher to start an all-star game in nearly 50 years. This guy's going to be good.
I'm not gonna
and
lie.
I think,
it's well
honestly,
deserved.
he's
It's
going to
well
be
deserved.
locking up the Cy Young. If not,
You think they're
I'm
gonna
just-
give him? You think they're gonna give him an All-Star start and Cy Young in his rookie year? The numbers deserve
No,
it.
no.
The numbers are deserving.
No, he won't,
But like I
I
feel like they
would.
won't want to do.
I wouldn't
that.
be mad if they did, but I know they won't.
Yeah,
I-
because
no.
the optics. Because it makes the award seem less.
No, it will.
Because like I already know because of optics they won't do it. Yeah, there's a lot of politics that go with awards.
It's like when they didn't give Judge MVP
bro.
his rookie year or
Bro.
Altuve.
You're too old.
We don't need to talk about that. We don't need to talk about that.
But in my eyes, this
remember
kid,
that, bro.
you know, granted that a lot of pitchers that throw like 103 like he does ends up getting problems with their arms like mid into their careers.
Dustin May.
I'm praying that he stays away and he stays healthy. Then this kid's gonna be an all-time great easily. Even if he's with the Pirates for the rest of his career, he'll be an all-time great.
I'm not gonna lie. They just need to talk to Randy Johnson and Nolan Ryan. How did you keep your arms? And tell them.
Bro, it's because back then they were built different.
They ate the greens, brother.
I think he'll be fine.
And juices.
Looking at his like warm up and his work routine that I've seen like videos
seen
of,
it?
like there's a reason why he's there. Like that 103 isn't strainful for him. Like he throws it with such ease. Like his mechanics are so good that That
so he puts in the
10
work for
that
it.
103 is like natural. It's
Okay.
not like he's straining his arm.
I'm
that's
predicating this
crazy.
only because as a Mets fan, I watched Jacob deGrom, and Jacob deGrom's, ever since then I'm scared of these young arms throwing 103 because like I've seen what Jacob deGrom started as and what he's become, and I'm just like, yeah, you won a World Series, you didn't participate at all, but you were the best pitcher in baseball, and then all of a sudden it was a shoulder problem, then an elbow problem, then a forearm problem, then it was a bicep problem. It was just like
Then he
the
got
whole arm destroyed. Yeah,
He had 2 Tommy John, right?
yeah, 2 Tommy Johns.
Which is crazy.
The thing is, he came back at the end of this year and was looking filthy. I just
Because he's just such a fundamentally sound pitcher.
Oh no, he's easily one of the most fundamental pitchers
Like, if
in
I'm being
baseball.
honest, like, even if you take away his speed of his fastball and you make it average, he's still nasty.
Yeah,
He's still so
he throws.
nasty,
If he
bro.
throws like a good 93, he's still cracked.
I have a hard time reading him in MLB The Show.
Bro.
I can't imagine real life. So
The break on his pitches is so ridiculous, bro. Like, it's back when before his last season in the Mets when he was pitching, I was like, bro, like I couldn't believe how crazy nasty this man.
How many
is, bro.
at bats you think it would take to get a hit off of Jacob deGrom?
None.
I
I would
honestly
not
think,
hit it.
I honestly think give me 20 at bats, I'm getting at least a hit off of him.
20 at bats.
You're bugging.
Hey, I think you're crazy.
20 at bats. 20
Well, this
at
is the
bats.
same man that says he'll beat up Batman.
That's another story for another day.
No. That's a very up your butt
But either way,
attitude.
no. I'm being dead out.
No,
I'm
that's
Prime- hold
that
on.
is an up your butt attitude, and you know it.
Here's the thing. Prime Jacob deGrom, it'll take me about like 50.
Nah.
Y'all underestimate the fact that like you
No.
can get a hit off.
No,
of
no,
him.
no. You'll probably be if it's like consistently,
All right,
like
so-
back to back to back, maybe.
This is my question. When you say hit, just you and him on the field, or you're out like defense?
With defense.
No, you're not getting it.
I'm getting a hit. I'm getting a hit. Bro, you could put Hall of Famers in the outfield, Hall of Famers in the infield. I'm getting a hit.
No.
This man's delusional.
Yeah.
No, I'm not delusional.
Thank you,
I'm not delusional because I know I ain't hitting anything.
You don't play baseball. You
I played it once.
buddy. The best chance you got is bunting.
Trust and believe. I'll
You
at
probably
least
still miss.
I'll be in the audience.
Bro, either way, I honestly believe I can get a hit off of any MLB pitcher. That's not dead or alive.
Sound.
It's confidence.
That's the Yankees
You
attitude.
gotta respect the confidence.
Yeah,
That's a
exactly-
Yankees
That's what
attitude.
the Yankees think.
That's a Yankees attitude? No, it's not.
You're up your own butt.
Bro, it's not that hard. It's not that hard. 20 at bats.
Yeah, it's not that hard to be delusional. It's
Nah, you're
okay.
delusional, bro.
One hit? Come on, you're seeing him. You're gonna see him 20 times. You can't get one hit.
What a topic. That's crazy.
Bro, even the scrubs of the MLB can get a hit off of him.
And you're worse
In
than the
20
scrubs.
And no, I'm not.
What?
No, I'm not. I'm not.
talking about
Pause.
right now?
Pause.
You're
Bro, Tim Tebow's leagues above you, brother.
No, he's not. No.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
Bro, I'm about to. Bro.
Put me in any college or AAA, single A, double A game, and I'm getting a hit. Don't matter. Going 1 for 3 easily.
I want VIP seats.
Garrett Cole,
I would like to see this L caught.
easy.
I want you to prove.
Yeah, no, I'll pay to see you strike out for
No,
me.
fact. yo, I never bet, but man, that was an easy one to win.
Oh, I'm
brother.
striking out. I'm guaranteeing I'm striking out. And
No,
those
no.
20 at bats, I'm striking out at least a good maybe like 10,
19 of them?
12 times.
19 of them?
But I'm
20?
getting a hit off of them.
You're probably gonna tip it a couple times.
No,
Maybe?
balls will go foul, but one ball's going in play. I guarantee you.
Again, it could go in play,
Yeah,
but
play out, maybe,
you're not
yeah.
making it to first base.
It's a first base.
You gonna take 2 steps? I'm like, damn, I hit it in the corner of the outfield on the left side. How did he get me out at first base?
He's like, bro, I have perfect, bro.
Bro, oh heck no.
All right, jump into another story. The Chicago White Sox making history
Oh my god.
in the worst way possible. If you're a Chicago White Sox fan out there, honestly, I feel bad.
I feel worse for you than I do the Yankees.
Honestly.
Oh, you should for sure.
You know it's bad. You know
Yankees is bad, bro.
it's bad when they have to write out a whole statement to the fan base on apologizing about this season. That's how you know it's bad.
They broke the record
I'm
for
like-
most losses in a season.
Like I'm not gonna lie, like I don't really keep up with the White Sox that much. Do you think their team like is deserving of that record, or do you think it's like a management problem?
No, it's a team
It's
thing.
the team.
It's the team.
They changed the manager midway through the season.
Like even MLB The Show like shows you that it's the team because it's literally like 1 diamond, 1 gold, 1 silver, the rest bronze, and then common.
They have a diamond with a worse record than the team. Damn,
Yeah,
not even
Garrett
athletics were that bad
Crochet,
back in the day.
Garrett Crochet,
Yeah.
besides him being an idiot and saying what he said, is a great pitcher. Because he said the reason he didn't get traded, because they were going to trade him, is because he said that whatever team he goes to, they need to sign him to an extension, or else he doesn't want to go there. So right then and there, everybody like the Yankees were involved, and then he said that, turned off.
Yeah. Sometimes you gotta know what your worth is, brother.
That's just. Why would you say that?
Why would you say that? Like,
Yeah, you gotta know.
it just doesn't make any sense to me.
Like in a business move, that just doesn't. That's not how you negotiate.
You know, in a light warming kind of story, World Series MVP, Freddie Freeman. His son got diagnosed with, how do I say this?
Honestly, I don't know how to say it.
Guillain-Barré syndrome, also known as GBS.
Wow.
That's what we have.
I did
Joseph.
my research.
That's what we have. Joseph.
This is why we have Joseph.
He knows how to say things.
Go ahead. Keep spitting.
Okay, so GBS is, for those that don't know, is an autoimmune disorder that comes from, or like after a person has a pretty severe infection or illness or of that sort, your immune system doesn't necessarily turn itself off. So your immune system's still fighting, but if there's no infection to fight, the only thing it's fighting is literally itself.
Yeah.
So primarily, it's like your body having an allergic reaction to itself, basically. So it affects mainly like your peripheral limbs, and it's from
motor
like
functions,
just tingling and stuff like that, motor functions, to more severe cases where literally like full-on paralysis. Typically it occurs to, and it could affect anyone, no matter gender, race, age, whatever. It could affect anyone. Generally speaking, it's mainly seen in people 50 years older and up, just because at that point, like when you get infections, it's more severe.
Yeah, obviously.
It is
Your immune
very.
system is less.
It's pretty rare for it to happen to a kid. In this case, Max, he's just 3 years old.
So, here at the Triple Take, we want to send our regards and prayers out to Freddie Freeman's son, and the fact that Freddie was even able to, play and be as big in the moment that he was with
MVP.
all this stuff happening around
MVP,
him.
bro.
Shout out to him, and then shout out to his son.
Man, I always loved Biff from Back in the Future, bro. Back to the Future.
You're funny. All right, now we're gonna talk about the MVP race. Bryan, this is your time right now, National League MVP, to convince me why this man, as a Met fan, I disagree with you 100% that Francisco Lindor is the MVP. But this is your time. Spit on how he's better than Shohei Ohtani for this award.
First thing, I no longer think that anymore. After the season ended, like you got to finish strong, and he took off in the playoffs, but in the regular season he was fine. Like say he got his numbers up, whatever. He was still a top 5 player, I'd say. But no, it's Shohei. It's Shohei.
You can't
That man's not a real person.
you can't do the first thing in history and not win MVP. First 50-50 season.
That's why I say awards be biased.
There was a time where Lindor was going crazy.
Yeah.
And I take into account that you play defense and you play like Gold Glove defense. That matters to me.
You mean robbed?
Yes. Every year though, he's never a finalist. He is the best top defense in the league. But I digress. If he just kept it up with the stick, I would have said yes. But Shohei just stayed, and Lindor was still hitting well, but not like at that when he was on the heater, like that first, that mid-season. I was like, oh, this guy.
Even towards the end of the season, he was great. But the thing is, you couldn't compete with Shohei. You couldn't compete with him. There was nobody that could come close to him.
And it's just crazy because he didn't even pitch
He didn't pitch.
or field.
Yeah.
And just like if he had the fielding, you could show he's pretty good at fielding. If he had the fielding,
Plus
on top,
the pitching.
the pitching doesn't really count towards like MVP. Because it's more like the
Well,
MVP of pitching is more like
I
I
Cy Young.
think in his case it does.
It does.
I feel like it shouldn't
because
I agree, but it does because he's the only guy doing both.
I guess he's a little bit of an exception, right? Like, cause he's in a weird spot. But I feel like his pitching stuff should only be for Cy Young.
yeah.
Because that's basically the league MVP for pitchers is Cy Young.
But the thing is, for MVP, we now looking towards the AL, because like I thought, now since you said that, I could look towards the AL. The front runners obviously is Aaron Judge, but underneath him, actually in betting odds was Emmanuel Clase.
Wait, so you telling? Wait, sorry.
Pitchers can win
Where
MVP.
did pitchers gonna win MVP? I did not know that. I really did not know that.
Clayton Kershaw won it.
Oh,
I think
right.
Verlander won it one time.
So they won MVP
But
and Cy Young that
they
year.
were like,
Because if you're MVP, you got as a pitcher, you
Yeah.
got to make Cy Young. Like, there's no
Yeah,
way
yeah,
you don't.
Yeah.
You're guaranteed.
Okay.
You're
I didn't know that.
guaranteed
Okay.
for
yeah.
Okay, that's crazy.
If you win, if
It's
you're,
hard.
If you're in there.
Obviously. I mean, I'm pretty sure I can think back to when Verlander and Kershaw would win, like which season. I forget the year, but like there was seasons where like they were literally untouchable.
Yeah, there was
bro.
a time where it was like one or the other or both, depending on.
Or just like, okay, Clayton Kershaw's pitching, the other team's losing. Got
Even
it.
Jacob DeGrom. Jacob DeGrom was
holding him to one
when
run
he,
max.
When he had his Cy Young season, he was in contention for MVP.
Wait, say that again. I'm sorry.
Jacob DeGrom, when he was
Oh
prime,
yes, I remember that. Too.
he was in contention for
Yeah, I'm
MVP.
bugging.
But so we're at a group consensus.
It just doesn't happen that often. I forgot.
I'm assuming
That's
we're at a
what
group
it is.
consensus.
Yeah, you
Shohei
reminded me.
Ohtani's your National League MVP, and Aaron Judge is
It's
your
just so
AL
crazy.
MVP.
I just
Because,
want to throw out there,
Batting is so crazy.
Cattell Marte.
Is
Cattell
Underrated.
Marte.
underrated.
Bro, from nobody to somebody, bro. It's crazy.
The thing is,
Underrated.
he's always been above average, but he's been getting hurt.
yes.
This season, I had him on my fantasy team, so saw firsthand.
Nice.
He had like a little short stints, but not like long injury stints like he has in the past. And he was just
He's in
It's
there.
good, bro.
chef's kiss.
He's in
Beautiful.
there. He's in there in the
so
in the
good,
betting
bro.
odds. He's like it goes Shohei, Lindor, then him, and it's well deserved.
Yeah, he
No,
was
for sure.
going crazy.
So now switching over to the AL Cy Young, it's Scooble. I think Scooble's gonna lock that up. You can't
I don't think there's anybody close.
like
His name's actually Scooble.
yeah. His name's
Yes.
Tarek Scooble.
Tarek Scooble.
You don't
Definitely
like that name.
Scooby Dooby Doo, where are you?
Like,
Scooble.
and then on the NL Cy Young side, it's Chris Sale.
I feel like that race is a lot closer than the.
Not really, because his like the one underneath him is Zach Wheeler, and then it literally went like this. It was Zach Wheeler, then Logan Webb, Hunter Green, Dylan Cease, Paul Skeens.
But I look at the numbers and it's pretty. I feel like it's pretty close.
When you're literally 18 wins, 3 losses with a 2.3
That's most of them,
ERA,
though. But that's most of them are like almost like that.
Tarek Scooble, remember you said he's locking it up, was 18-4 with a 2.39 ERA.
I know, but like.
So it's literally
But I'm
just
saying.
a 0.01 difference between Chris Sale and Tarek Scooble.
Okay, but what I'm saying is that, but I feel like that's why I feel like that side is closer because Paul Skeens, you said him last, but he has the same record.
No, yeah, he went 11-3.
Or like, because he has less games, but like
Yeah.
he basically has the same record.
Well, we don't know.
What,
We're gonna find out in his sophomore year if he can do those type of numbers because
because there's more
obviously,
games, more chances. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm like, but his ERA is like only just
And
a
on
little
top of
bit,
that-
a little bit more.
What I'm scared of, with
.03.
what I'm scared of with Skeens is that like
He's not
you
gonna
know
win it, though.
when you come into the league, you have that unpredictability factor,
Yeah,
and then
that's fair.
you go into your sophomore year, and
Sophomore
then,
slump.
yeah, and then you're just like
That's what-
they figure you out, and then you're gonna like because now you're gonna see these teams like maybe like 2 or 3 times a year, and then that's
Yeah.
when you gotta like really that a pitcher really shows what they're capable of.
I agree, and that's where Jacob DeGrom what makes Jacob DeGrom so nasty.
Yeah.
because they probably studied that man until they went to sleep. Late nights, and they just said, "I still can't hit this guy.
Yep.
I still can't touch him."
Honestly, my pick for NL Cy Young is Paul Skeens. I just want them to do
He's
it.
not gonna win it though. It's just like
You know
he just
how
have-
legendary. You know how legendary of a rookie season that would be.
If he started from the beginning,
Oh, guaranteed.
he would have had a way better
Yeah.
I
chance.
think he would have. I think he would have done it.
That's really the only thing.
I
That's
think
making
that's
him,
the only thing holding. Well, not the only, but I think it's
main thing.
a bigger reason of why they won't is because of the games played.
yeah. It wouldn't be fair to like Chris Sale.
I mean, this man had it though.
Yeah, no,
like
for sure.
Chris Sale definitely had like a Chris Sale season again. Like
Which is crazy.
Yeah, Boston Red
is
Sox.
crazy.
Like,
yeah, no, this is like White Sox Chris Sale
Yeah.
when he was like
But,
dealing
like,
for real.
yeah.
And so I think he's gonna be him, but
Yeah.
Skeens should be higher up than 6.
that's yeah.
In my opinion.
6 is pretty low
Yeah,
for me. I
like-
don't think Cease, Webb, or Green should be like above him.
No.
I think Zach Wheeler. He definitely should be above him.
Yeah, because he was,
He's always does pretty
he
good,
was
bro.
throwing it too. But yeah, Chris Sale was
He was just dominant.
He was back. Like,
Yeah, it was just back in the day when we're just
Bro,
like, why is
that's
this dude throwing like this? I can't hit him.
To that note, real quick, this is one thing I despise about the Braves is that they find those people that just have breakout seasons.
Despise is crazy.
Bro, I despise that so much.
I wish the Yankees had that kind of manager, that kind of GM.
Bro, the crazy thing is that they do though. They have the.
No, they don't.
No. Hang on. They have the players. They just don't have the.
Right, it's everything else around them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, that's because it starts off with Steinbrenner's son,
Like the Yankees,
and then
the Yankees farm
it just
system
goes
is one of the
down.
most craziest farm system in the whole league. But we just traded them all.
I cannot wait for Jason Dominguez. I cannot wait.
Yeah, I guarantee you're gonna be like, yo, we'll
Yeah.
trade Jason Dominguez for that old fart you got on that one team that
I
hasn't
don't
done good in
even
4
know
seasons.
if they brought this man up for nothing this season.
Oh my god!
Hey, just
to not pay him,
bro.
Like, they
just
do
give
that
him
to
a
not
little
pay him.
taste of the majors, bro. That's it. Just a
Bro,
little
like
taste.
I will never forget how dirty they did Miguel Andujar on the Yankees, bro. There's all these things.
We've gone back
that makes
to
me
the
not want to do.
We can't go back because I will be here for too long talking about this team.
Bro,
It's been a hard 15
It
years.
just reminds me. You talking about like these youngins, and it's like I wish the Yankees would do that, but they just rather have like 17 million year old people.
All right. So now that's funny. So that has been us. That has been the MLB edition of the Triple Take. We want to thank you again, Bryan, for coming down. We appreciate it so much. You know, catch him on Twitch, SSJKillerBee. He's funny. He's great. It's always a good time. I'm Manny.
I'm Frank.
I learned a lot. Joseph.
And I'm Bryan.
Peace.